look like a simpleton choir boy. See, that's the world I live in, the real world. So we're going to tell you about the secrets of vaccines, not just from the whistleblowers of 2004, but the whistleblowers of 2014, 10 years later. Another top scientist who co-authored the study in 2004 has gone public saying it was all a fraud. They knew the vaccines were causing autoimmune disorders and inflammation on the brain and in the intestines and stomach, and was brain damaging millions of children every year. And it came out 2 weeks ago, and there's been no mainstream media coverage of it as they try to silence the whistleblower. Of course, the study said mercury's good for your child's brain. I don't need to read a study to know that was pure bull. Mercury is one of the most destructive heavy metals in the body. But we're going to break down the truth behind vaccines coming up as well today and let you know what the system doesn't want you to know and what could bring them down. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com. In the near future. When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
You let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
It's a popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset, where we are proud of our 100% grown and sewn American-made jeans. Whether you're out for dinner, working on the farm, or on the road, Diamond Gusset Jeans offers a full spectrum of style and sizes for any occasion. Our loyal customers enable us to continue sponsoring Liberty Media outlets. Use promo code FREEDOM to receive a 15% discount at gusset.com. In Liberty, David Hall, Diamond Gusset Jean Company.
Tell folks how you got introduced to Super Male, and then when Super Female came out, tell us what happened.
After I saw such a huge positive change in my husband, I had to try it for myself.
Talk about the effects.
I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I have drive to go to the gym. I feel like I look better. I feel better. I feel sexier. I love it.
Even if you don't believe in supplements, take the challenge, get a bottle of Super Male, a bottle of Super Female. Check it out for yourself. Consult your physician. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. This is life-changing.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. From time to time, we've been tempted to believe that society has become too complex to be managed by self-rule, that government by an elite group is superior to government for, by, and of the people.
The Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
Hello, me. Meet the real me and my misfits way of
That
life.
was Ronald Reagan bringing us in from 1984.
Most valued possession.
And whether Ronald Reagan actually carried out all the things he claimed he stood for, what he stood for, at least verbally, was very good, very Americana. Now we have Obama saying you didn't build your business, raising the debt limit doesn't raise the debt limit, on and on and on. MSNBC says in promos, your kids belong to the state. They are throwing it in our face. And we know collectivism doesn't work for the average person. It only works for the elites at the top that control the collectivism. Just during the break, I went back in the coffee room to get a glass of iced tea, and we had Fox News and CNN as well on back there, but I was watching Fox News, and they were debating about, oh, Obama's trying to spin this, that he didn't get defeated on immigration reform, but I'll tell you, he did. And then they went to Juan Williams, who was saying, well, the Republicans are very obstructionist, blah, blah, blah. The Republican leadership wrote the amnesty plan. They tried to pass it 3 times under George W. Bush. The big banks, the big multinationals want to drive wages down. They want to politically be able to control the population. They want to make this country a third world nation. Let's get that straight. The Republican leadership wrote, with Ezekiel Emanuel from the Democrats, Obamacare. Our problem is the Republican leadership. Our problem is the rhinos. Our problem is that we don't have 2 political parties in this country. We have one elitist, globalist party, and you've got both the Democrats and Republicans together as 2 wings of the same bird trying to destroy the Tea Party and anybody who doesn't want to sell this country down the river. They want to butcher this nation like a Christmas hog. They want to render us down like a corporate takeover of a healthy company. They want to subdivide and sell off the assets and take a windfall profit up front when it's 1/1,000,000th of what we could do as a nation based on liberty and freedom. They are a bunch of pirates. But even the politically savvy only read the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and watch Fox News. People that think they're savvy tune in and go, yeah, Obama, man, he sure got it on immigration. Oh, he sure got it. The borders are wide open. Since the beginning of this year, we proved it, but it's since been in the precious New York Times, so it exists now. Did a tree fall in the forest make a sound? Only the New York Times reports on it. That they bring the illegals in unlimited of any age, load them on buses, give them federal vouchers to bus them anywhere they want to go. And there is just a flood of hundreds of thousands of people 17 years old or younger, but they're only a small percentage of the overall flood. And again, we got checkpoints on highways, TSA checkpoints, all this garbage. The illegals can fly without ID. I'm just pointing out the whole war on terror is a hoax. The whole security state, in the name of keeping us safe, is a fraud. While the border's wide open, you better not try to put me in a naked body scanner or fondle me, okay? Or my family. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of the NSA spying on me to stop Al-Qaeda, who they've renamed ISIS, who our government gave Stinger missiles to in Benghazi. I told you that back when it happened 3 days after with top sources, all confirmed. We broke everything on Benghazi first. I got to enjoy the death threats over it. I got to have the colonel calling me up saying, oh, my God, I got to backtrack this on your show. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the kind of stuff I have to deal with. CIA whistleblowers, Tosh Plumley, just I'm not even bragging. Just do you is it pearls before swine here, though? Do you realize what you're being given on this show? Do you have any idea how we're light years ahead of anything you're going to get on television anywhere else or radio? And it's not because these other shows don't know. They're all scared. Let me tell you, I don't want higher ratings. I don't want to get any bigger than I am. Do you know how fast this show's exploding? Do you know how big on every platform we're getting? We used to, on our platforms, have 4 or 5 million views on YouTube a week. Now we're getting like 10 million views on YouTube a week. And that's just on our channels. We're getting AM and FM affiliates just everywhere. You know how scary that is? The fact that the public is so awake that we're now seen as mainstream, and it doesn't matter. The establishment doesn't even care. It doesn't even care. I mean, it's just crazy. It's creepy. It's creepy. I don't want to be the only one that knows this. I don't want to be the only one that understands this. I know I'm not the only one. I know you know. So get out there and warn people and expose it. Now, Obama says he's energized, not exhausted. President Obama may seem fatigued after nearly 6 years in office, but he said in an interview airing Sunday, interviewing a former White House official, that's who interviews him, he considers himself energized. Yeah, I just saw the clip. By what he hopes to accomplish before leaving the White House. Obama's hair has grayed, and he's spending less time worried about optics and more time about the golf course. But that doesn't mean he's exhausted, he told NBC's Chuck Todd. He said some have suggested the president might be. He wanted to say that, I know I've actually feel energized about the opportunities we've got. Yeah. Is Obama defeated not getting amnesty with an executive order that's unconstitutional? See, when an executive order is treason to just get rid of the border and legalize anybody they feel like, when that can't be done because the public's awake to it, you just do it without even an order, just with a secret order, and then you have the Republicans come out and announce Obama's defeated, the border's secure, and all the Republicans go back in their holes or go back to the golf course and go to sleep. That's how the fake Republicanoid Fox News people control their only opposition that the globalists see is the conservative libertarian movement in this country. They play you like a fiddle over and over and over and over again. I've seen some criticism. It's a small amount of criticism, but in the aggregate, but it's substantial when you have millions of listeners every day, saying, Alex, I've been listening to you for 15 years, and I've never heard you endorse a war. I hate your guts now that you support Rand Paul saying that we should target and bomb ISIS. Let me explain something. When Saudi Arabia supposedly is involved in the very suspicious attacks of 9/11, and then we attack Iraq with no proof, I was against that. When we attack Syria, who's fighting al-Qaeda, when Syria didn't do anything to anybody, I'm against it just like Rand Paul and Ted Cruz and others were. I'm a moral person. I try to judge and go with my gut and go with intellectual analysis. ISIS is real, folks. There's hundreds of thousands of them. At least 100,000 in Iraq, over 200,000 jihadis in Syria. Blowing up every mosque that's not radical, blowing up every church, cutting Christians' heads off, blowing up ancient Jewish shrines, engaging in true war crimes. And I am for taking them out. In fact, not just stopping them, destroying them. The problem is our government helped create them. So when we come back, I'm going to break down the latest on ISIS, the imminent threat Homeland Security says will happen, they believe, by September 11th. I don't know if that's true. We're going to look at our reporters are on the border. That's all coming up straight ahead. I'm going to explain why I'm for striking ISIS.
This is Scottish John for Infowars.com. I know that most of you here in this commercial already know about the New World Order, eugenics, and all the other issues covered here at Infowars. The question is, do your friends and family know? If not, then I want to know why. Oh, I know it's tough to talk about this with some people. They might call you names, or they just want to talk about sports or soap operas. I say, so what? There's a battle going on out there right now. The ammunition is information, and the soldiers are you. It's time to transform your game from passive listening listener to active participant. We from Scotland have had our skin in this game for the greater part of the last 1,000 years, and I'm still fighting. If we don't all stand up right now, we're going to lose everything. The InfoWar is worldwide. Tell your friends about InfoWars and let them know that InfoWars doesn't print bull. It's real journalism and news backed up by documented fact. Step up